Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. Isaiah 41:10.
I walked into the gym carrying more than the weights I planned to lift. But Jesus took the burden first, before I made the shift. Yeah. Walked into the gym with anxiety in my chest, fear heavier than any weight, couldn't find rest. Carrying yesterday's failures, tomorrow's dread. Mental weight crushing me before the iron spread. Fear of not being enough, fear of falling behind. Fear that I'd never be strong, trapped in my mind. But before I touched the bar, I felt the presence near. Jesus standing at the rack saying, give me a fear. He started lifting burdens, I carried all day long. Took the weight of worry, made my weak spirit strong. Said you can't live dying while you're carrying change. Let me take that load before you start the game. So I released my anxiety it into his capable hands. Let him lift the fear before I made my workout plans. And suddenly the weights felt lighter than before, cause he lifted what was heavy at the door. He lifted fear before I lifted weights, took my burden. Before I took the plates, the fear I carried into the gym, he lived before I did the weights. Took the burden from my shoulders, remove what suffocates. When I walked in heavy with anxiety and doubt, he became my spot to help me work it out. The fear I carried into the gym, he lived before I did the weights. Turned my workout into worship at a deeper state. Now every rep I do is proof of his strength in me, cause he lifted fear first so I can live. 1 Peter 5:7 says cast all anxiety on him. So I started treating my workout like I'm walking in to a sanctuary where Jesus is my training partner, where he takes my mental load and make my spirit sharper. Now before I warm up, I pray and release everything that's weighing on my mind, find peace. Let Jesus lift the stress, the fear, the heavy thoughts. Then I lift the iron with the strength his presence brought. My gym became an altar where I meet with God. Every set of prayer, every rep I give applause to the one who strengthens me beyond what I can, who lifts my soul before I live with my hands. And I've noticed that my strength isn't just physical now, it's spiritual endurance that he's teaching me how to overcome anxiety while I'm building muscle tone. In the gym I'm not alone, his presence is my home. He lifted me before I lifted weights, took my burden. Before I took the plates, the fear I carried into the gym, he lifted before I did the weights. Took the burden from my shoulders, remove what suffocates. When I walked in heavy with anxiety and doubt, he became a spot to help me work it out. The fear I carried into the gym, he lifted before I did the weights. Turned my workout into worship at a deeper state. Now every rep I do is proof of his strength in me, cause he lifted fear first so I can live free. Before you lift the iron, let him lift your fear. Before you start the workout, invite his presence here. Cause the gym could be a temple, not just a place to grind, where you meet with Jesus and he renews your mind, where he takes your heaviest burdens before you take the bar. Shows you that his strength is what makes you who you are. So treat your warm up like worship, every set like prayer. Know that Jesus is your spotter, always right there. Lifting fear, lifting doubt, lifting shame away, so you can lift in freedom every single day. Fear I carried into the gym, he lifted before I did the weights. Took the burden from my shoulders, remove what suffocates. When I walk in heavy with anxiety and doubt, he became my spot to help me work it, beat it out. The fear I carried into the gym, he lived before I did the weights. Turn my workout into worship at a deeper state. Now every rep I do is proof of his strength in me, cause he lifted fear first so I can live free. He lives first, he takes fear, he's my spot every day. In Jesus' name, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13, before you lift the weights, give him what weighs on you. Let Jesus be a spotter in everything you do. He lifts your fear before you lift the weight, and in his strength you dominate.
We demolish arguments and every pretension that set itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. 2 Corinthians 10:5.
I try to run from the voices in my head, push harder, ran faster, left everything unsaid. But Jesus met me in the middle of my sprint and addressed the thoughts that running couldn't dent.
They don't weigh it down.
Laced up my shoes, thinking I could run away from the anxiety that haunted me every single day. Thought if I ran hard enough, pushed past the pain, the negative thoughts would get left behind in the rain. But every mile I ran, they kept the same pace. Intrusive thoughts matched my stride, stayed in the race. Self-doubt at mile 3, fear at mile 5, anxiety to mile 7, questioning if I'm alive. Running from my problems, but they ran right beside me. No matter how fast I moved, they wouldn't hide or flee. Then Jesus stepped into my path and stopped my run. Said you can't outrun what I've already overcome. He made me breathless, exhausted, trying to escape. Showed me that running from thoughts keeps them in shape. But facing them with embrace their power to pursue. He stepped into my thoughts and made all things true. I couldn't outrun what chased me in my mind, but Jesus stepped in and left the fear behind. Jesus stepped into the thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. When anxiety kept pace, no matter what I'd done, he didn't tell me run faster, told me to stand still and face the thoughts with him, submit them to the thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. Taught me that true freedom isn't found in mine, but in surrendering my mind to him through all the trials. Now I run with peace, cause he runs with me. 2 Corinthians 10:5, take thought that to Christ. Can't run from your mind, gotta face it precise. Jesus taught me that the battle isn't in my legs, it's in my head where the enemy begs for me to believe lies, to run from the truth. But he stepped in my thoughts with living proof that I don't have to run, I can stand and fight with his word as my weapon, turning darkness into light. Now when I run, it's not escape or release, not running from problems but running into peace. Jesus jogged beside me in every morning mile, helping me process thoughts with his healing style. My runs became prayer, my pace became praise, taking every anxious thought and giving it to his ways. I still run hard but not to run away, I run toward his presence every single day. What chased me in my mind, but Jesus stepped in and left the fear behind. Jesus stepped into the thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. When anxiety kept pace, no matter what I'd done, he didn't tell me run faster, told me to stand still and face the thoughts with him, submit them to his will. Thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. Taught me that true freedom isn't found in mine, but in surrendering my mind to him through all the trials. Now I run with peace, cause he runs with me as one.
You can't outrun what lives in your mind, but you can't surrender and leave it behind.
So if you're running from thoughts that haunt you every day, know that Jesus wants to step into your mental fray, not to help you run faster, but to face what you fear. With his truth that breaks the lies, makes his victory clear. Running is good for your body and your soul, but don't run from your battles, let Jesus take control of every thought, every fear, every anxious scene. He'll run beside you, making your mind clean. Jesus stepped into the thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. When anxiety kept pace, no matter what I'd done, he didn't tell me run faster, told me to stand still and face the thoughts with him, submit him to his will. The thoughts I couldn't outrun, even though my heart is run. Taught me that true freedom isn't found in mine, but in surrendering my mind to him through all the trials. Now I run with peace, cause he runs with me as one. He runs with me
Every mile,
he clears my mind,
break his style,
he breaks the lies.
sets me free,
Now I run.
victoriously.
Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving present your request to God. You cannot run your thoughts, but you can surrender them. Run with Jesus beside you and find freedom in him.
Don't run from your mind,
Run with him inside.
every step, every mile.
In his peace we abide.
But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength.
They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. I walked into the gym empty inside. No motivation, no drive. But His presence became the way that kept my spirit alive. Showed up the train, but my soul was depleted. Spirit weary from battle, nobody else's. Depression heavy on my chest like a loaded bar. Anxiety making every step feel twice as hard. Physically present, but emotionally gone. Just going through motions, couldn't find a song that used to motivate me, push me past the pain. But Jesus met me in my weakness, became my gain. Said your spirit's tired, but I'm your strength now. Let my presence be the only set you need somehow. So I started lifting out with my might of power, but with His spirit working every single hour. Each rep became a prayer, He said a sacrifice. So my will to His, letting go of my device. To control everything, just trusting Him to lead. His presence became the only strength I need. When my spirit had no more, He became my only strength. His presence was the power that went to any length. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said every rep I couldn't do alone, He helped me get when my soul was too tired and my heart was too weak. His presence was the muscle that I needed to see. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said no pre-workout could replace what His nearness could beget. Now I train in His power, not my own depleted soul. Cause His presence is the strength that makes me whole. Zechariah 4:6 says, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit that sustains me every hour. In the gym when I'm empty, when I got nothing left, His presence is a supernatural strength that's blessed. I learned that showing up exhausted is still showing up. The training when you're weary is how your spirit toughens up. Not by forcing through on empty, but by letting fill the tank with His presence, submitting to His will. Now when I'm tired, I don't skip the gym and hide. I show up knowing Jesus will be by my side, turning my weakness into a strength displayed. Every weary worker becomes the place He's portrayed. His presence is better than caffeine or supplements, better than motivation or positive sentiments. It's the source of true strength when mine is gone. The reason I can keep pushing, keep moving on. When my spirit had no more, He became my only strength. His presence was the power that went to any length. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said every rep I couldn't do alone, He helped me get when my soul was too tired and my heart was too weak. His presence was a muscle that I needed to seek. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said no pre-workout could replace what His nearness could beget. Now I train in His power, not my own depleted soul. Cause His presence is the strength that makes me. When you're empty, He's your fullness. When you're weak, He's your strength. So if you're training with a weary spirit today, know that Jesus is the strength that won't decay. When your motivation's gone and you feel spiritually drained, His presence is the power through which you're sustained. Show up empty, let Him fill you with His might. Training His strength, now you don't fight. Let His presence be your pre-workout, your energy source. That's how you finish strong. That's the core. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said every rep I couldn't do alone, He helped me get when my soul was too tired and my heart was too weak. His presence was the muscle that I needed to seek. When my spirit grew weary, His presence became my only strength. Said no pre-workout could replace what His nearness could beget. Now I train in His power, not my own depleted soul. Cause His presence is the strength that makes me. His presence, His power, His spirit, His love. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. When you're too tired to train alone, His presence becomes your strength zone. Show up empty, He'll fill you up. His presence is more than enough. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. I was at my breaking point, one rep away from quitting, but Jesus showed up in that moment and gave me strength for finishing. Halfway through my set, muscle screaming to stop. Mind telling me I'm done, that I reached the top of what I could handle. Time to rack away, but something in my spirit said don't give up. Wait. One more rep felt impossible. My body said no, but I felt a presence saying push, let's go. Jesus met me right there in my point of failure, where I thought I quit. He became my savior, not just in salvation, but in this physical grind. Showing me that his strength works when I'm in the bind. That the rep on him quit is where he shows his power. That the breaking point is my finest hour. So I push through the pain with his help, his might. Finish what I started, he gave me the fight. And I realized that the gym mirrors life's called a rep. You almost quit is where you find it all. When I wanted to quit, he gave me one more. The rep I thought I'd miss, he helped me score. Jesus met me in the rep I almost gave up on. When my muscles were failing and my will was gone. He showed up in my breaking point, gave me strength to push through. Now I know that his power makes the impossible come true. Jesus met me in the rep I almost gave up on. Taught me that quitting is the moment before the victory's won. Now I fight for one more rep, cause he's fighting with me in the gym and in life. He sets captives free. That moment in the gym became a metaphor for life. How many times I almost quit when facing strife. One more day of sobriety, one more step in faith, one more prayer when doubting, one more battle to face. But Jesus meets us in the one more moments we dread when we're about to give up. He says push ahead. Like that final rep, life's hardest challenges come right before the breakthrough, right before we overcome. 2 Corinthians 4:8, press but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair. That's us. The rep we almost quit is where strength is born. With Jesus shows his power through what we've won. Now when life gets heavy and I wanna give in, remember that last rep and push through again, because Jesus specializes in that I can't do it place where human strength ends and we see his face. When I wanted to quit, he gave me one more rep I thought I'd miss. He helped me score. Jesus met me in the rep I almost gave up on. When my muscles were failing and my will was gone. He showed up in my breaking point, gave me strength to push through. Now I know that his power makes the impossible come true. Jesus met me in the rep I almost gave up on. Taught me that quitting is the moment before the victory's won. Now I fight for one more rep, cause he's fighting with me in the gym and in life. He sets captives free. One more rep, one more rep, one more day, one more step, one more step. He makes a way. So when you're at your breaking point and wanna give up now, remember Jesus meets you there, will show you how to push through what seems impossible with his might. That last rep is where you find his life. Don't quit on a rep that's meant to break your sin. Don't give up on a moment that brings you healing. Jesus is right there in your point of failure, turning your weakness into his prevailing power. Jesus met me in the rep I almost gave up on. When my muscles were failing and my will was gone. He showed up in my breaking point, gave me strength to push through. Now I know that his power makes the impossible come true. Jesus met me in a rep I almost gave up on. Taught me that quitting is a moment before the victory's won. Now I fight for one more rep, cause he's fighting with me in the gym and in life. He sets captives free. One more rep, don't give up. He's with me in the fight, victory in his might. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13, when you wanna quit, remember he's there That final breath, he answers prayer. One more breath with Jesus beside is where you find strength and pride. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. I thought strength was pushing through the pain, but Jesus showed me healing was his plan. When I tried to tough it out alone, he said, let me heal what you never shown. I was trained to never show the hurt. Just bury it deep beneath the dirt. Yeah, keep moving forward, don't complain. Yeah, just push through every bit of pain. So when trauma hit, I didn't stop. Kept grinding till I almost dropped. Thought that pushing through was being strong, but I was breaking myself all along. Ignored the wounds that needed care, pretended they weren't even there. Built walls around my broken parts and called it having a warrior's heart. Then Jesus gently showed me truth, that healing isn't giving up, it's proof of real strength to face what hurts, to address the pain, I make it worse. He said stop pushing through, my son. Let me heal what's been undone. True strength is letting me repair the broken pieces everywhere. I tried, push through, stay tough, but Jesus said that's not enough. Real strength is healing, not ignoring. Let me fix what's been tearing. The pain I tried to push through, he chose to heal instead. To show me that addressing wound is how you get ahead. That pushing through without healing makes you weak, but letting God restore makes you complete. He chose healing over hustle, restoration over the struggle. The pain I tried to push through,
He healed it and made me new.
let me tell you what I learned about
True power,
it's not avoiding your darkest hour. It's facing it with Jesus by your side, letting him heal what you try to hide. I learned that unhealed pain makes you brittle, breaks it down just a little more each day until you crack. But healing makes you strong, gives you back your resilience, your peace of mind, the joy that pain left behind. Now I don't push through, I heal through. Let Jesus do what he came to do. Address the trauma, face the wound, let his healing block consume every hurt I used to hide. Now I'm stronger from the inside. The culture says to just be tough, that acknowledging pain isn't enough, but Jesus taught me differently, that healing is the real victory. I tried to push through, stay hard, but Jesus said let down your guard. Real warriors let me heal, that's what makes your strength. The pain I tried to push through, he chose to heal instead. Show me that processing hurt helps you move ahead, that ignoring wounds will make them worse, but his healing breaks every curse. He chose healing over grinding, restoration, not just surviving. The pain I tried to push through,
He healed it, made me new.
to everyone pushing through tonight, thinking that's what makes you fight. Jesus is calling you to heal, that's where strength becomes real. Don't be afraid to face your pain, his healing power breaks every chain. True warriors let God restore, that's what makes you stronger than before. The pain I try to push through, he chose to heal instead. Show me that dealing with wounds moves you ahead, that suppressing wounds keeps you weak, but his healing makes you complete. He chose healing, not just coping, restoration, not just hoping. The pain I tried to push through,
He healed it and gave breakthrough.
he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 14.
Stop trying to push through today.
Let Jesus heal you in his way. Real strength comes from being whole.
Let his healing restore your soul.
You're not weak for needing healing. That's the strongest way of dealing.
With the pain life brings your way, let Jesus heal you today.
Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7.
My heart was carrying weight I couldn't name, but his peace came and changed the game. Made it heavy like the burden small. His peace lifted what tried to make me fall. I walk into the gym with a heavy heart, carrying burdens that were tearing me apart. Stress from life, anxiety, fear, but I grabbed the weights to make it disappear. Started lifting physical, but emotional weight was heavier than anything I could elevate. My heart felt crushed under pressure and pain, but then his peace entered like healing rain. In the middle of my set, in the middle of my strain, God's peace washed over like a gentle refrain. Made the weight I was lifting feel like none at all, compared to the peace that wouldn't let me fall. I realized God was lifting what I couldn't see, the internal weight that was crushing me while I was pressing iron. He was pressing in to lift the burden of my shame and sin. Physical weight became a metaphor for what God does when I need him more. He take what's heavy in my soul and make me light, make me whole. When my heart was heavy with life's load, his peace lightened my entire road, made me stronger than physical might. His peace turned my darkness into light. Even when my heart felt heavy, his peace made me lighter than the weight I lived. It made my burden brighter. He took what was crushing me inside and replaced it with peace that's worldwide. His peace is stronger than any weight, more powerful than any burden I create. Even when my heart felt heavy as stone, his peace lifted what I couldn't on my own. Let me tell you about spiritual living. When God comes and starts shifting the weight off your shoulders, off your chest, replace his burden with his perfect rest. I've lifted heavy weights in the gym, but nothing compared to carrying in him the weight of glory, the lightness of grace that shows up when you seek his face. Now when I train, I pray too. Let God live what I'm going through. While I'm pushing weight, he's pushing through. Every burden making all things new. The emotional load I carry got lifted when his peace tarry. In my heart, in my mind, in my soul, his peace made me complete and whole. Some days the weight of life is real. Anxiety about bills, about the deal that fell through, about tomorrow's stress. But his peace lifts me from the mess. When my heart was heavy with worry and doubt, his peace came and pulled me out, made me lighter than I've ever been. His peace conquered every burden of sin. Even when my heart felt heavy, his peace made me lighter than the weight I lifted, made my spirit brighter. He took what was weighing me down inside and replaced it with peace that won't hide. His peace is mightier than any load, more real than any heavy road. Even when my heart felt heavy with pain, his peace lifted me again and again. To everyone carrying weight they can't see, emotional burdens that won't set them free, God's peace is stronger than any weight. He'll lift what's crushing you, it's not too late. Give him your heavy heart today, his peace will lift it all away. You'll feel lighter than you've ever been when his peace enters and lives within. Even when my heart felt heavy, his peace made me lighter than any weight I lifted, made my burden fight. He took what was crushing my soul deep and gave me his peace that I can keep. His peace is stronger than physical might, more powerful than an eternal fight. Even when my heart felt heavy as lead, his peace lifted me, made me spiritually fed. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. When your heart feels heavy today, remember his peace is just a prayer away. He'll lift what's crushing you inside. His peace is where you can hide. Physical ways will test your strength, but his peace goes to any length to lift the emotional load you bear. Give it to God, he already cares.
Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6-7.
My mind was racing, couldn't find a break, but Jesus came and said, be still for my sake. When anxiety was winning every fight, he quieted my mind, brought peace to my night. My mind forgot how to be still. Thoughts racing like I'm running uphill. Anxiety controlling every moment. Fear dominating, I couldn't own it. Couldn't focus, couldn't rest. Every thought was a
test of my sanity, my peace. Couldn't find any release from the constant mental battle. Thoughts loud like cattle, running through my head all day. Couldn't find a moment to pray, then Jesus stepped into the chaos. Said, I'll be your peace, your pathos. Our quiet was loud inside in me. You can hide, he taught me Philippians 4. Don't be anxious anymore. Bring it all to him in prayer. His peace will meet me there. Started practicing what's true, what's noble, what's right to view. Training my mind like I train my body to focus on what's godly, yeah. My mind was racing out of control. Jesus quieted my soul, taught me how to be still again. In him, that's where peace begins. Jesus quieted the mind that forgot how to be still. Brought peace to the chaos, been anxiety to his will. When my thoughts were a storm that wouldn't cease,
He spoke one word,
and I found his peace.
he guards my heart,
He guards my mind
with peace that transcends
in what I can find on my own. In my strength, he goes to any length to quiet my mind and make me still. Let me tell you about mental discipline. When you let Christ begin to train your mind like you train your frame. It's a spiritual game. Think on what's pure, what's lovely, what's admirable, what's godly. Not on anxiety, not on fear, but on truth that God is near. I learned to take thoughts captive, make them obedient, not reactive to the word, to what's true. That's how my mind became new. When anxiety knocks, I pray instead. Give God my worries, clear my head, and it's peace that I can't explain.
guards my heart,
Guards my brain. Now I'm training mind and faith together through any kind of weather.
physical strength,
In mental peace, in Christ they both increase. This is vigilance of the mind, being watchful, being kind to yourself when thoughts attack, bringing them to God, pushing back. When my mind was chaos,
couldn't think straight.
Jesus met me at the gate of my anxiety, my fear. Whispered peace, I'm here. Jesus quieted the mind that forgot how to be still. Brought calm to the storm, made anxiety near.
He knew,
When my thoughts were a war I couldn't win,
he brought his peace
from deep within. He guards my heart and guards my mind with peace surpassing what I can find in myself, in my mind. He turns darkness into light when he quiets my mind and makes me still. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, pure, whatever glistens, think about these things. That's where freedom springs. Whatever is noble, right, admirable. If anything is excellent, if it's valuable, think on these things today. Let God's peace have its way.
train your mind like your body.
Both need discipline, both need study.
Of what's true, of what's real.
That's how anxiety you heal. Jesus quieted the mind that forgot how to be still. Brought divine peace that bends to his will. When my thoughts were overwhelming my soul, he spoke peace and made me whole. He guards my heart,
Guards my mind
with peace that
is one of a kind.
beyond understanding.
Beyond my sight,
His peace turns my mental flight into stillness,
into rest,
into rest.
in his peace.
I am blessed. Oh. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice and the God of peace will be with you. Philippians 4:9. When your mind forgets to be still, remember his peace, remember his will. Bring him your anxiety today. His peace will guard you come what may. Train your mind on what is true, noble, right, pure to view. That's where peace will be found, where his presence can abound. Let Jesus quiet your racing mind. His peace is what you'll find when you bring him everything. His peace surpassing will be your covering.
Be your covering and your covering, yeah.
Yeah.
God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. 1 Corinthians 1:27.
They wrote me off, said I was done, but Jesus saw me as his chosen son. Before I could stand, before I could rise, he counted me in with loving eyes. They counted me out when I hit rock bottom. Said my story was finished, my chances were out. Wrote me off like I was yesterday's news. Said I never recover from what I lose. But what they didn't know was God's not done. When man says it's over, he's just begun. He counted me in before I could stand, before I could walk. He took my hand, I was still on the ground, still in the pit, but God was already planning my comeback here. While they were counting me out, right in my end, God was counting me in, calling me friend. He saw potential where they saw always, saw winner where they saw disgrace. Before I believed in myself again, Jesus believed in me way back then. Now I'm standing as proof of grace, that when God counts you in, you can't be erased from his plans, from his purpose divine. He counted me in when they drew the line. When the world said I was finished, God said I'm just beginning this. When they counted me out for good, God counted me in, knew that I could.
They counted me out
But Jesus counted me in before I even stood up again.
He saw my victory.
Saw my victor before my fall. Knew I'd rise up and give him my all. Jesus counted me in when they let me go. Before I recovered, he already knew that I'd stand again, I'd fight again. He counted me in before I could even begin. Yeah. Let me tell you about the God who chooses, the ones that everybody refuses, the weak and broken to count it out. That's who he uses without a doubt. When I was down and couldn't see how I'd ever be who I'm meant to be, I was already moving pieces around, preparing my comeback while I was down. They said I'd never make it back, said I was too far gone off track, but God specializes in the impossible, makes it count it out unstoppable. Now I'm walking in my calling, why the doubters keep on stalling, in disbelief that I'm still here, but God's plan was always clear. He counted me in from
Day one,
even when my race
wasn't won.
even when I failed it. It's love for me, never derail. When the world gave up on me, God saw what I come to be. When they counted me out and said goodbye,
God counted me in and said goodbye.
yeah. God said I come to be. When they counted me out and said goodbye, God counted me in and said you'll fly.
They counted me out.
But Jesus counted me in before I even stood up again.
He saw my
Future before my past, knew this season wouldn't be my last. Jesus counted me in when they gave up, before I could fill my cup, with hope again, with faith again. He counted me in before I could begin. To everyone that counted out tonight, who feels like giving up the fight, Jesus counts you in. Believe his plans for you won't deceive. You're not finished. God's work in you has just begun. When they count you out, remember this:
Jesus counts you in with a holy kiss. They counted me out.
But Jesus counted me in before I stood up, before I could win. He saw my victory in advance, gave me another chance. Yeah. Jesus counted me in when I was down.
Jesus counted me
Before I won my crown, I want real a breakthrough, brand new. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. When they count you out today, remember what God has to say. You counted in his perfect plan. He's holding you in his mighty hand. Don't believe the world's report, believe what God has wrought. You counted in, you're chosen. Your story's not yet frozen. God counts you in before you rise. He sees your comeback with his eyes. Trust trusting when they count you out. He's counting you in without a doubt.
My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. My strength ran out in seconds flat, but His mercy carried me past all that. When I had nothing left to give, His grace showed me how to live.
I thought I was strong enough to make it, had confidence that I could take it. Whatever life would throw my way, I handled it, that's what I say. But my strength failed in seconds when trials came like weapons, aimed at everything I thought I was. My power crumbled just because I was relying on myself alone, thinking I could make it on my own. But human strength is limits as an end. That's when I learned on God to depend. When my strength failed, His mercy arrived, carried me when I barely survived, took me miles past where I'd fall. His grace became my all in all. In seconds I was out of strength, but His mercy went to any length to carry me through what I couldn't face. That's the power of amazing grace. My high strength lasted seconds at best, but His mercy gave me rest and carried me for miles beyond where my own power had gone. My strength felt in seconds. His mercy carried me miles when I couldn't take another step. He walked me through trials. My power ran out, but His never will. His mercy keeps carrying me still. In seconds I was done, but His grace had just begun to show me what real strength becomes. Not mine, but His. Not my might, but His mercy shining bright. Let me tell you about divine exchange. When your weakness, God will rearrange into His strength, into His power. In your weakest, darkest hour, my strength failed in the first round. Hit the mat, was on the ground, but His mercy picked me up, filled my empty cup with power I never had before. Opened up a brand new door to understanding that I'm weak, but His strength is what I seek. Now I don't trust my own might, I trust His mercy day and night to carry me when I can't go. His grace is all I need to know. In seconds my strength disappears, but His mercy covers years of journeys I couldn't make alone. His grace has always shown my strength lasted seconds, that's all. But His mercy caught my fall and carried me beyond my reach. That's the lesson He would teach. My strength failed in seconds. His mercy carried me miles when I couldn't face the journey. He walked me through trials. My power gave out, but His never does. His mercy keeps moving me because in seconds I collapsed, but His grace stood tall, showing me He's my all in all. Not my strength, but His alone. To everyone running on empty tonight, whose strength is gone, who've lost the fight, God's mercy will carry you far beyond where your limits are. Don't trust your strength, it will fail, but His mercy will prevail. When you've got nothing left to give, His grace will show you how to live.
My strength failed in seconds. His mercy carried me miles when I had nothing left. He sustained me through trials. My power was gone, but it never leaves. His mercy is what my soul believes. In seconds I was finished, but His grace wasn't through, showing me what His power can do.
Not my strength, but His divine.
He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak, Isaiah 40:29. When your strength fails in seconds today, remember His mercy will make a way to carry you miles beyond your might. His grace will be your light. Human limits are real and true, but divine mercy carries you through. Don't trust your strength, it will end. Trust His mercy, your faithful friend. My strength failed fast, but His mercy stayed. That's the exchange Jesus made. My weakness for His power divine. His mercy carrying me every time.
He will not let your foot slip. watches over you. You will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Psalm 1 through 1, 3, 4.
That night I almost broke apart, but Jesus watched over my heart. Stayed awake while I struggled through, until the morning came brand new. There was a night I'll never forget, when darkness closed in like a threat to everything I thought I was. My faith, my hope, my purpose, because the weight of life had become too much. Lost my grip, lost my touch on reality, on who I am. Felt like I was sinking in quicksand. I was breaking mentally, emotionally, spiritually, feeling so hopelessly like I wouldn't make it through till dawn. Like my strength was completely gone. But Jesus didn't sleep that night. He stayed awake to fight every demon, every fear. Whispered, I'm still here. When I can pray, he prayed for me. When I couldn't see, he helped me see that this darkness wouldn't last, that the storm would finally pass. He stayed awake, guarding my mind, making sure I wouldn't be left behind by the darkness that was trying to steal my joy, my peace, my will to feel. That night I almost broke in two, but Jesus stayed awake with me through every hour, every tear, whispering, I'm here, I'm here. The night I almost broke, Jesus stayed awake until I made it through, for heaven's sake. He didn't sleep while I was fighting. He kept watch while darkness was biting. Jesus stayed awake that night, guarding me with all his might, until the morning came at last, until the worst of night had passed. Hey, let me tell you about the God who watches, who never sleeps when darkness approaches, who stays awake when you're in crisis, who guards your life at any price. That night taught me something real about how deeply Jesus feels for his children in the pain. How he stays through every strain. While I was breaking, he was holding. While I was falling, he was molding. A testimony from my test, a message from my mess. Now I know when nights get dark, when I'm falling apart, Jesus never sleeps on me. He's watching faithfully. Every tear I cried, he saw. Every moment I felt raw, he was there. He stayed away, guarding me for his name's sake. The night I almost lost the fight, but Jesus watched me through the night, until morning broke through, until his mercies came brand new. Night I almost broke, Jesus stayed awake until I made it through, no mistake. He didn't rest while I was struggling. He kept guard while I was juggling. Jesus stayed awake that night, watching over me so tight, until the dawn finally came, until I could breathe again. To everyone in their darkest night, who feels they can't win this fight, Jesus is awake right now, watching you, we made a vow. He'll never sleep when you're in pain. He'll stay awake through your strain, guarding you until you make it through. That's what faithful love will do. The night I almost broke, Jesus stayed away until I made it through, for my soul's sake. He didn't close his eyes once. He watched me through the painful months. Jesus stayed awake that night, and every night until the light of morning broke through my despair, proving he was always there.
Great is his faithfulness, his mercies begin afresh each morning. Lamentations 3:23. When you're in your darkest night, remember Jesus holds you tight. He'll stay awake until you're through. His watchful love will carry you.
You're not alone in your midnight hour. He's watching with protective power, until the morning comes at last, until your darkest night has passed. Jesus stay awake for you every night you're going through. He'll guard you till the dawn breaks through. His faithfulness will see you through.
your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, Ephesians 4:26. I hid my anger behind the weights I lifted. Use discipline to keep my rage shifted. But Jesus saw through my routine, found the anger I kept unseen. I channeled everything into my training. Every rep was me containing the rage that lived beneath my skin. The anger I wouldn't let begin to show itself to the outside world. So I kept it hidden, kept it furrowed, behind discipline, behind the grind, behind the work eyes that occupied my mind. People saw dedication, saw commitment, but really it was my way of preventing the anger from erupting, from being seen, from revealing what I kept between the weights and the sets, the perfect form was anger hiding from the storm of emotions I couldn't control. So I used discipline to keep my soul from exploding in ways I couldn't face. Put all my rage into one place. The gym became my emotional cage where I could safely express my rage. Then Jesus came and said, I see the anger you're hiding from me, behind your discipline, behind your grind. Let me hear what's in your mind. I hear my anger in my training, but Jesus saw what I was containing. Behind discipline, behind the ways, he found a rage I couldn't translate. Jesus found the anger I hid behind my discipline, the rage I channeled into every gym session. He saw through my routine what was real, the emotions I was too afraid to feel. He found my anger, didn't condemn, just said let me heal this, give it to him. The anger I hid behind discipline and grind, Jesus found it and brought peace to my mind. Yeah. Let me tell you about emotional escape. Use the exercise to reshape the anger into something acceptable, something socially respectable. I wasn't working out for help, I was running from myself, from the rage I couldn't name, from the hurt I couldn't claim. Yeah. Every rep was suppressed anger, every set was emotional danger that I was keeping locked away behind discipline day after day. Jesus showed me that it's okay to feel anger in a healthy way, that I don't have to hide it behind a perfect workout and discipline mind. He taught me to address the source, not just redirect the force of my anger into training, but face what I've been containing. Now I still work out and train, but it's not to hide my pain, it's to honor God with strength, not to go to any length to avoid feeling what I feel. Jesus taught me how to heal, not hide behind my discipline, but let his healing work within. I hear my anger in the gym, but Jesus saw through every limb of discipline I used to hide, the rage that burned deep inside. Jesus found the anger I hid behind my discipline, the fury I disguised as dedication. He saw beneath my perfect form the emotional storm. He found my anger didn't judge, just said let me help you budge, from hiding to healing, from suppression to free. Jesus found my anger and set me free. To everyone using training to hide the emotions they keep locked inside, Jesus sees what you're running from, let his healing overcome your anger, your pain, your fear. He wants to address what's really here, not hid behind discipline and sweat, but healed so you can forget the need to hide what you truly feel. Let Jesus show you how to heal, not suppress it, not redirect, but address what you can't forget. Jesus found anger I hid behind my discipline, the rage disguised as determination. He saw through my routine to my soul and made my hidden anger whole. He found my fury, brought it to light, not to shame, but to make it right. The
anger I hid behind my grind. Jesus healed and gave me peace of mind. Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Ephesians 4:31-32. Yeah. If you're hiding anger behind your training, total anger, know that Jesus sees what you're taking. Let him heal what you've been hiding. In his grace you can start confiding. Discipline is good but not for hiding. Emotions that need divine guidance, to healing, to freedom, to peace. Let Jesus give your anger release. Not suppression, but transformation. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old is gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. I was built by pain, brick by brick, but Jesus rebuilt me with a different mix of peace and grace and love divine. Now I'm his, no longer just mine. Pain built me into who I became. Every hurt, every loss, every shame constructed a version of myself that I kept guarded on a higher shelf. Pain taught me not to trust, built walls around me like rust, hard in my heart to protect it. Made me someone I didn't expect it to become, but trauma does that. Shapes you in ways that attack your original design, your true self, until pain becomes your only will. I was strong but I was broken, heart but constantly choking on emotions I couldn't express, living in constant stress. And Jesus came and said, I see the version pain built you to be, but that's not who you really are. Let me rebuild you from the scar. He started deconstructing what pain made, every defense, every barricade, and rebuild me with his peace. Gave my weary soul release. Pain built me into someone hard, but Jesus rebuilt my heart with peace that pain could never give. Showed me how I'm meant to live, the version of me built by pain. He rebuilt with peace, not the same. Took down walls that hurt and made, replaced them with his light and shade. Jesus rebuilt me from the ground, where pain had torn me down. The version pain constructed in me, he rebuilt with peace. Now I'm free. Yeah. Let me tell you about reconstruction. When God brings divine destruction, to a pain built in your life, all the trauma, all the strife that shaped you into survival mode, carrying an unbearable load. The defense mechanisms and walls that pain constructed in your halls of your heart, of your mind. Jesus came to redesign, not repair what pain had made, but rebuild from the foundation laid. By his love, his grace, his peace, giving your burden heart relief. From being the person pain created to being who God always stated you were meant to be from the start. Before pain tore you apart, Jesus rebuilds with tenderness, replaces trauma with his caress. Now I'm built on solid ground, where God's peace can be found. Not on pain, shaky foundation, but on divine renovation. Someone cold, but Jesus remade my soul with peace that heals every part. Rebuild me with a brand new heart, the version of me built by pain. He rebuilt with peace, made me sane, tore down walls that hurt it wrecked, built me up how he expected. Jesus rebuild me piece by piece, replace my pain with his peace. The version trauma constructed in me, he rebuilt completely, set me free. To everyone built by pain tonight, hardened by hurt, scarred by fight, Jesus wants to rebuild you too, with peace that makes all things new. Don't stay in what pain has made, let Jesus start things up great. From pain built to peace design, from trauma shaped to refined, by his love, by his grace, he'll rebuild your sacred space. Not repair but recreate, make you new, it's not too late. The version of me built by pain, he rebuilt with peace, broke every chain, demolished walls that hurt had raised, built me new, now I give him praise. Jesus rebuilt me from within, The version trauma made of me, he rebuilt with perfect peace, completely free. He who was seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. Revelations 21:5. If you're built by pain today, know that Jesus has a better way. He'll rebuild you with his peace, give your burden heart release. You don't have to stay with pain made, let Jesus start the upgrade. From pain constructed to peace designed, from broken to refined. Jesus rebuilds what pain destroyed, fills every painful void with peace that passes understanding. He's making something outstanding from what pain had made before. His peace rebuilds and so much more.
He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40:29.
Woke up exhausted from the battles in my mind. Still hit the gym cause pushing through is how I find the strength to keep going when life gets too heavy. But I was losing breath between the spiritual and sweaty. Mental warfare all night, physical grind all day, emotional exhaustion, trying to find a better way. My lungs were struggling both in prayer and on the treadmill. Needed supernatural breath to help me climb this uphill. Jesus met me in that space where all my strengths collide. With spiritual battles meet the physical, I can't hide. He became my second wind when I couldn't catch my breath. The reason I keep pushing when I'm fighting life and death. He strengthened my lungs when anxiety stole my air. Gave me breath to pray when depression let me bare. And when I'm in the gym pushing past my limits, said she's the breath that fills my chest. He's my silent pledge. When I lost my breath in battles and in pain, he became my oxygen again and again. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my workers. When life was heavy and the weight felt like I couldn't work out, he became the air I breathed through every rep and every prayer. The supernatural strength when natural strength wasn't there. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my workers. Turned my exhaustion into endurance, all my doubts into shout-outs. Now I'm pushing through because his breath is in my lungs, fighting spiritual wars while my physical battles are won. Say 2 Corinthians 4:8, pressed but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair. That's us, fighting battles no one sees while lifting weights they do. Jesus is the breath that gets me through both, that's true. Morning anxiety attack, still made it to the gym. Cause pushing iron helps me process what's happening within. But I needed more than physical strength to make it through. Needed spiritual breath, that's what Jesus gave me too. He taught me that the breath I used to push to one more rep is the same breath he gives me when depression makes me wet. That the lungs burning in the work I mirror the soul's fight. And he strengthens both with his presence day and night. Now my work is worship, my battles are prayers, and every breath I take declares that my God cares about my mental health, my physical strength. He goes with me to every depth and length. When I lost my breath in battles and in pain, he became my oxygen again and again. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my work. Yes, when life was heavy and the weight felt like I couldn't work out, he became the air I breathed through every rep and every prayer. The supernatural strength when natural strength wasn't there. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my work. Yes, turned my exhaustion into endurance, all my doubts into shout-outs. Now I'm pushing through because his breath is in my lungs, fighting spiritual wars while my physical battles are won. Every breath is sacred, physical and spiritual. He strengthens both, makes the impossible doable. So when you're in the gym and life is weighing heavy too, know that Jesus breathes his strength into both battles you go through. He's not just Sunday morning, he's Monday's workout grind. He's the bread between your anxiety and peace of mind. He's in a spiritual warfare, in a physical fight, in the dark nights of the soul and the gym's bright light. So breathe him in with every rep you do. His breath is strong enough to carry you through. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my workouts. When life was heavy and the weight felt like I couldn't work out, he became the air I breathed through every rep and every prayer. The supernatural strength when natural strength wasn't there. Jesus strengthened the breath I lost between my battles and my workouts. Turned my exhaustion to endurance, all my doubts into shout-outs. Now I'm pushing through because his breath is in my lungs, fighting spiritual wars while my physical battles are won. He's my breath Breath of the Almighty gives me life. Job 33. Every breath you take, physical or spiritual, He's the source of strength, making you invincible. Breathe Him in through battles and rests. He's your strength in every breath.